the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, in collaboration with the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent and other stakeholders, held a workshop to review the National Strategic Plan of Action on Cholera Control and 2022 Work Plan in Nigeria. Now, stakeholders also reiterate the need to implement the plan due to the rising cases of cholera across the country. KAFTAN correspondent Mavis Ako was there.
The recurrent outbreak of the cholera in Nigeria has become a bone of contention as cases rises yearly, especially during seasonal exacerbation like the rainy season. Today, at a workshop in Abuja organized by Nigerian Center for Disease Control and other stakeholders tagged National Strategic Plan of Action on Cholera Control, it was revealed that the cases of cholera in Nigeria has drastically increased, making Nigeria an epidemic cholera country.
We are already seeing cholera cases in the country since January, and that's not surprising because cholera, Nigeria is described as what? Endemic. So we've got cholera normally, and then what happens is on top of that endemicity, you have outbreaks, which large increases in numbers of cases and associated deaths. That situation hasn't changed. Okay. What we have now is an increasing report of cases. We know that there's a seasonal exacerbation. So as the rainy season comes and contaminates water sources because of all the open defecation, then we get the epidemic proportions, which is like the major outbreaks of cases that we report, and a significant ramping up in the number of reported cases.
Meanwhile, stakeholders expressed dissatisfaction over failure of the government to implement the National Cholera Plan.
Nigeria is not the only country that is endemic in Africa, and it's also not the only one in the world. But in terms of the National Cholera Plan that WHO supported the federal government of Nigeria to develop, it's one thing to have a plan. The most important thing about a plan is its implementation. So I think the implementation aspect of that plan didn't go too well, and that led to us coming back to review that plan, to revise it, and then beyond just having a plan, also ensure that there are plans to implement that plan fully and move towards a cholera-free country.
The initiative, the GTFCC, is a long-term initiative, but it has become more operational recently, and it's an initiative supported by about 50 agencies globally, hosted by the WHO and the IFRC, the International Federation of Red Cross, which I represent, host an operational arm of the GTFCC to support countries like Nigeria to develop operational plans. So my role here in Nigeria, about six months now, is to support exactly this exercise. So this is a first step towards a fully operational national plan.
Stakeholders, however, reiterate commitment to support Nigeria in mobilizing resources for the implementation.
And as part of that, we know already that we have the tools to do that and to achieve that. So we have, for example, we know what to do to end cholera, as the DG has also very well described. What the CSP, the Country Support Platform, is doing as part of the operational arm of the GTFCC is to work together with countries as a first phase to help develop national cholera plans that have a strategic component that really tell us how are we going to implement the global roadmap at a national level, how are we going to move there, following the guidance and the strategic lines from the GTFCC. And then as a second part, other than setting that strategic directive, to also develop the operational plan. We have three major outcomes that we want to work on. It's to develop the plan and support the implementation and monitoring, but also support the country with mobilizing the resources that are required to implement the plan and to strengthen capacities where Nigeria is identifying needs.
The Director General, NCDC, Ifedayo Adetifa, added that there is need to improve water sanitation and hygiene as it improves health in general. Therefore, he advises that all hands need to be on deck to ensure a cholera-free nation. Mavis Ako, KAFTAN TV News.